Okay, let's get first things first. Let me see. I have audio. I can mute that. I can mute that. I can mute that. And I do believe I can close this. Hello, everybody, and welcome into a Friday afternoon. It is 1:02 p.m. I have about 2 hours before our good friend out of Minnesota does a live stream, if he does one today. And I was sitting here goofing around in Davinci, and I thought to myself, why not just do a live stream on this? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire up Davinci. It takes a second to load in. It's a rather chilly 50 some odd degrees outside right now. We're headed to some very cold weather. Feels like it's 53 degrees outside. Well, it feels colder than that. Next week, we've got a low of 28, low of 24, and low of 23, with the highs barely breaking into the 30s. So we're going to get a cold spell. So let us get started. Again, welcome in. I see there are 3 people watching. Darren Gilholm made a few comments. Thank you, Darren. I don't know who the other 2 people are, but thank you for being here. Let us do what we are doing. When I say us, I mean me, myself, and I. So I'm going to go back to this filing issues thumbnail. That's what I was working on. I'm going to bring it back in here. And this is probably really hard to see in that you see Davinci, but you really can't see what's going on. My guess is if I were to bring this to my other monitor and then feed it back to the main monitor, my guess is going to be this right here is a lot easier to see. You can see the results of what was going on or what is going on. John Williams is there. Hello, John. Poor baby bundle left. Nope, I'm still in the t-shirt, short pants, my house slippers, and no socks. No, it's not time. I mean, I probably am going to turn the heater on probably mid-afternoon tomorrow in anticipation of those 20-degree overnight temperatures, but I'm not going to set it real high. I'm just going to have it on. Don't try to distract me. Anyway, so this is what the final results is looking like as of right now. And then when I bring Davinci itself back over here, I realize it gets difficult to watch and understand because I don't know how to make this screen any bigger as far as the what I'm actually doing, which is the bottom half of this. So all of this is a combination of that file, that file, that file, this file, and then I went and grabbed 3 pictures to put into the project itself. So I added the text. I think that looks kind of cool. I added these, but I'm probably going to take them out because it just not looking too good here. I have to keep the furnace on. Yeah, I imagine you do. I'm sure they don't probably handle cold weather very well. Susanna Morgan, proud single mother, joins us in chat. Hello, Susanna. She says hi to everyone. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain how this is coming together and the purpose behind it and why I'm doing this more than anything. And I think I'm going to try to do it like this. I think this is the easiest way to do this. So there's the somewhat completed finished project. I'm going to turn a track off and I'm going to turn off another track. This is what these originally look like without me going in there and doctoring them up and making them try to look good. What did you do with the classes for Da Vinci? Well, I spent it. Obviously not on Da Vinci, but yeah. So this is the original minus the golf. The golf is not on there. I think that's these comments right here. Yeah. Oh, great. Why Da Vinci decided just to go. I don't know what's going on with that, but I put the text in the folders, and you can see there's no folder here for that one to be in, and there's no folder for that one to be in. So we bring those back, and there they are. So let me show you how I did this. I'm gonna go to the third one in, which is this one right here. And I can show you this. It's difficult to see. So I verify the track by doing that. And I want the third one, which is this one. So we're going to right click and open it in Fusion. And I've already did some work with this to get it to where it's at. And that's basically, I use the magic mask to mask just the picture itself, because I wanted to be able to reduce it. So now we're going to fill in this white area. We're going to fill in this white area, and we're going to fill in this blue area. We're going to, first of all, go grab some data. And, you know, it doesn't really matter. Let's grab this picture, and let's grab this picture, and let's grab this picture, because I'm going to fill them in later as it goes on. We'll bring them down into here, and then it does that because we're in Fusion. Now, I don't necessarily need that, so I'm going to disconnect that, and that, and get rid of these merges. They're going to come back into play in a moment. And then we're going to have the white. That's going to be the white area. That's going to be the blue area, which means this one's going to be the second area. So now how do I do this? Well, first I go look at chat. 23. Yeah, you guys are going to tell me that joke one of these days. I'm quite sure you will. So the first thing we're going to need, we're going to come down here to our media one, which is this one, and we're going to add 3 merges. We're going to add a merge for all 3 of these pictures. This is how we're going to put them on top of that. So we're going to go 1. Oh, my bad. Wasn't paying attention. I could put it there from there. We're going to click and highlight the picture. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to spread these out just a little bit. Gosh dang it. Me and the mouse are having issues again today. It's a daily occurrence. I'll just get this out of sight, out of mind. It's not needed. All right. Now, we're going to transform this plain picture. Placed an Amazon order 10 minutes ago. Everything will be here tomorrow. Yeah. I like Prime 2. I use it quite a lot. I also use it for TV. But I'm thinking about getting rid of it. So in order to do this, we have to say, this is our original picture here. I want to doctor it up. I want to make it look pretty. I want to make it look different. How do I do that? Well, it's real simple. You add a merge, and then you put something over the merge. We're going to go grab I think it's a B-spline I want in this one, I think. We'll drag it down. Clicking on that, we're just going to put some points in here to indicate what we want. So we don't want a B-spline, because a B-spline you put 4 square points in there. Picture looks edited. Which picture looks edited? Which picture are you referring to that looks edited? This picture right here is AI. This picture right there is AI. And that picture right there is AI. This picture right here is from Pixabay or Clean PNG, and I don't really remember which one, but it's not edited. It's masked. I actually masked it so I could resize it. Moving on. Only John. So we're going to off click. We're going to grab a polygon. And with the polygon, we're going to make our points. And we're just going to make 4 basic points for now. That did not connect. And I apologize. I am having some Davinci issues for some reason. And I don't know why. We're going to come click the tool to add. We're going to put a point there. Yep, we're going to do this all over again. I don't know what's going on with Davinci. I don't know, and I'm not real sure how to figure it out. So I'm going to grab the polygon node, and I'm going to make my 4 points. By connecting them. There we go. Now I have my 4 points. We're going to clean this up a little bit. You don't have to be perfect. I do want it to look halfway decent. So now what I'm telling Davinci is I'm saying, take this picture and put that picture in this area. I do that by using the polygon node. So I connect the polygon node to the picture itself. And then I take that combination and I connect it to the merge. And there it is. And I know it looks terrible. Second cup of coffee, no sugar. I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee and I don't use sugar either. So what we're going to do now to make this look better is we're going to grab, while we're on the polygon node, we're going to grab the corner and we're just going to fill in down here. Yeah, that's not working. You know, you'd think I know what I'm doing because I just did this. We're going to grab the merge. Oh, you know what I may have to do? I may have to add a transform. This is actually a really good picture to use because it's not the right size. So I may end up adding a transform. Yep, I'm going to need a transform. So we're going to bring this up, and we're going to bring that up, and we're going to add to the picture a transform node. Transform node will allow me to make the picture bigger. That's all it does. It does give me that opportunity. So we're going to go ahead and just make that like that. We're going to go back to the polygon node. We're going to move it where it needs to be. And later on, I may go in there and round these corners a little bit. I haven't really decided yet. This is just to kind of show you guys what I'm doing. This is what I do to get my thumbnails going. So there we go. Now that looks okay. If we go back to the edit page, now we can see that it looks pretty good. It fills in, it suffices, it does what it's supposed to do. We no longer have the white folder. We have a folder with picture in it. Obviously, it's not golf, it's Batman. So I'm going to do the same thing with the white area here. And we'll do the same thing with the blue area here. And I'm going to do the same thing with these other 2. Now, it probably, because of the way I've been doing this, I'm not paying attention to where I have the playhead. I'm going to have to go back and redo all these at some point in time, because if I move the playhead, it changes everything. You can see I go from 6 to 4. I go from 3 to 4. I go from whatever. So, and again, if we look at your basic, this is how all this starts out. Here's how that started out. Here's how that started out. Here's how that started out. And lastly, this is how that started out. And then I just went in and I said, okay, I don't want the red background on these. These are all transparent. So I took them into Fusion and I cleaned them up. And we now have this going for us here. The green is just a background so that I know how it looks. It's not needed. Now I'm going to scrub this till I get 1, 2, 3. I got all 4. No, I only have 3. How many do I have? There we go. Now I got 4. So I basically got to work from this point here. So we're going to go back to the one we just did, which is, I don't need the media pool open. This is why a lot of times I do things, I think that's the first one, that's the second one, that's the third one. So now I'm going to work with this one right here, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to go into Fusion. We're going to grab some media, and we'll bring this guy down. With the media selected, we're going to grab a merge. With not anything selected, we're going to grab a polygon. We're going to take the polygon and put in a quick polygon to mask this area out. We're going to take the polygon connected to our picture. We're going to take our picture and connect it to there, and it's going to replace that. And again, like the same problem as before, I've got to resize the picture because I don't think I can just drag this down and get it to fit, which I know I can't just drag it down and get it to fit because I need to go to the merge, take it here. I'm going to cheat and see if I can change the size of this in the merge. Oh, look at that. I can. I'm going to go about right there. And we're going to put it about right like that. No one's going to know any different because of how this fits in the big scheme of things. It looks okay. That white's covered, that white's not covered, that white's not covered, that white's not covered, the blues aren't covered. So let's go do the blues. We're going to work with the same one. Go back into Fusion. Don't see anything new in chat. I don't know how many people are here. Looks like there's only 3. That's fine. I've got no issues with that. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this area right here and we're going to find a picture. Doesn't matter because you're not going to be able to say, you're not going to be able to tell what it is anyway. Grab a polygon. We're going to go ahead and from the merge, we're going to add another merge. We're going to polygon out that area. On the polygon, we're going to put a polygon here, here, and there. Not worried about cleaning it up just yet. And we're going to take the polygon connected to the picture. We're going to take the picture connected to the merge. And as you can see, it's nowhere near where it needs to be. So how do we fix that? Thanks for being here. Oh, at Nightbot. Yeah. Nightbot says you're welcome, John. And we're going to put that over there. Well, that's kind of sort of where it needs to be, but it's not exactly where it needs to be. So we're going to go ahead and just expand our mask a little bit. And there's that one. Yeah, it probably looks okay. So I'm going to do one more time. I'm going to go to the merge. We're going to add a merge, off click. We're going to add a polygon. I'm going to go grab some media. It doesn't matter what. Let's go with this one here. Because you're not going to be, you really aren't going to be able to tell what it is. when this is all said and done. We're going to go back here. We're going to polygon this area. And this is where I have an issue. I don't know if I want to polygon out just the blue or if I want to try to polygon out the entire white and blue. I can't make up my mind. For right now, I'm just doing the blue, and it's going to leave the border. Connect the polygon to the picture, connect the picture to the merge, and that one actually did the way it was supposed to. I didn't have to move anything. Well, I do have to. I do have to move something because I can tell that this portion of the polygon is off. It needs to be more like right there. The same thing with this one. That one needs to be more like right there. But no one else is going to see that. Now, if I bring this back over to itself, then we can see one is off. Let's go to the edit page. Actually, let's not go to the edit page just yet. Let's figure out what is off here. So with the polygon selected, I'm going to grab this point. There we go. That looks a little better. It's a little off right here, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet because I think when I bring it back over to here, yeah, no one's going to know that's off. That looks pretty good. I'm happy. I'm really happy with how that looks right now. I'm going to go clean up the two. See, this one looks good. We got the main folders covered. The little white area is covered and the little blue area is covered. And I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the white border around that, but I am going to go ahead and fill in these four things: the triangle, the blue, and the triangle. And then I'm probably done. I'm probably going to put a background behind this and put some text behind it and go from there. I'm 93% sure these are going away because I can't change the text on them. And I mean, I could, it just would take me some time and it's really not worth it. And I probably am going to remask this so that I get these little areas right here that nobody can see. I mean, I can see it and bothers me. So, but that's just me. So let's go ahead and do this some more and take care of this one right here. This should be completely wrong. That's funny. That is not what I wanted. Only I could have done that. I gotta wait for my graphics to catch up. I think it's the graphics. I'm not 100% sure. It just does it from time to time. So I need to see if that's not it, then it's got to be this one. Okay, that's one. So let's go ahead and do that. And I show having 3 connected already. I'm not sure why I'm only seeing the bat on the main one because I show that they're already are good to go unless I'm on the wrong one. And I don't think I am because we're going to see here. All right, do it a different way. Go back to here. We're going to turn that off. That's the filing cabinet, so I clearly don't want that. That's the one I want. That's the first one I want. That one's good. That one's got all 3, so we're good there. And this one, this is the one I want to work with next. So I want to right click, bring it into Fusion, and now we're good. So we're going to bring our picture We're going to grab the polygon. We're going to mask out the triangle. Not too concerned about how it looks just yet. And we're going to connect it. And then we're going to move it. We're going to go to the merge. We're going to move. I got to Control Z that because I caught the rotation and not this. We're going to put it where it needs to go. Go back to the polygon. Grab the polygon and fill in the white spot. And we're good. We can do the same thing over here. Bring down a polygon. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That's all it is. Once I figured the formula out to make it look the way it's supposed to look, then it's a matter of deciding what I want to put where and how and order. I'm going to connect the polygon in the picture to there. We can see it's off a little bit. So we'll grab the merge. We'll move the merge over to here. Then we'll go back to the polygon. And we will fill in the area we want this to be masked out, replaced, whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it. And we'll be good. And that is how it's done. That's that one. We go back to here, bring it back over to itself so that it's easier to see for everybody, including myself. Yeah, there we go. 3 of the 4 pictures are done. Let's go look at chat. John was the last one to say anything, so I appreciate that. We have 4 people watching now. Be sure to hit the like button. Put a comment in chat so I can see who you are and identify and say hi. If I know you, cool. If not, welcome. This is Davinci Resolve. This is me making a thumbnail for something I'm getting ready to bring out here in a minute. I'm going to turn off this track, and that's the one I want to deal with now. I'm going to go into Fusion, and you guys will get to see the results. I'm not going to bring over the Davinci itself. I'm going to do this over here by myself. And this one was done differently. Oh yeah, I remember right, because I remember now, because this is a partial thing. This is not. Do I need to go? No, I'm good. I got that done. I did this one differently. This is when I was basically teaching myself how to do this earlier this morning. It's the same principle. I just did it a little differently. I used a planar tracker instead of the other way of doing it, because I wanted to see which one was going to work the best. So now we're going to fill in this area and this area. Again, we're going to bring down a picture and another picture. I can breeze through this pretty quick. A polygon. We're going to add 2 merge nodes. And again, I know you guys cannot see this. I understand that. You just have to watch the screen and listen to me talk, and then you'll see what's going to happen here in just a second. So with the first polygon, or with the second polygon node checked, I'm going to mask out the blue area and add a picture to the blue area. And that's not even close. Yeah, let's go see chat. Robert Michael, this is who I be from. This is who I'd be. Yeah, a combination of two or three people on that one. So we're going to put that there. Going to go back to the polygon and we're going to fill in hide, mask, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure there's an official term for it, but you know me, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. I do get decent results most of the time, but it really is interesting sometimes on how I get there. Because you would think I'd never get anything done. That looks pretty good. So now we have to go fill in the white square right here. So we're going to grab the polygon. We're going to put a 3 point, which is actually 4 point because you have to close the loop. We're going to close. We're going to add the polygon to the picture. We're going to add the picture to the mask. And as we can see, it's not in the right place. Long Dog is in the house. This is how I dodge being a responsible adult. They completed the installation of his new shower, but the bill, repair, things didn't go well concerning time. Um, yeah, I understand. I was doing this earlier today. In fact, I did quite a bit of this earlier today. And then I thought, you know what? I might as well do a live stream because I need to do about 1.5 a day as it is to achieve my goal of 500 by the end of the year. So here I am, just killing time until Rick comes on, if Rick even comes on today. So there we go. Now we've covered up this, the triangle, and the blue spot. So if we go look at this on the big screen on the completed project, we took, myself, and I took that picture right there to make it look like that picture right there. Um, Pretty happy with how that looks. I think for a thumbnail, that looks pretty good. Now, I apologize, Long Dog. I do see chat. I am trying my best to keep up with it. How much soldering will be? Yeah, I don't attempt to do any of that stuff myself. That's why I pay people to do it. So again, I took this picture that I got off of Clean PNG or Pixabay. I'm not sure which one. Doesn't matter. But I took this picture right here, and I had an idea in mind. Okay, now if I really wanted to get really super creative, I would do I would do the same thing, except I'd fill in this little white thing right here, and I'd fill in the tab right there. I'm not going to do that. I think this looks good enough for me. I put text nodes on there to identify each individual folder, and this is just a draft. This is just a I want to see what this will look like type thing. Uh, it doesn't really mean anything yet. So what I'm going to do now, just because I can, basically, and just because I want to see something as well, I'm going to turn that off. Oh my goodness, it's all layered. When you turn off the main portion of this, that looks terrible. But so now I got to go find something here, and I think it's this one. Oh, great! I need to take this phone call. I will be right back. I apologize for the dead silence. Hello. Oh, can you hear me? Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't know if everybody heard me or not, but I got a phone call that I had to take, and I stepped out of the room. I'm back, and as soon as I figure something out here, uh, go from there. I'm trying to figure out where my doggone filing cabinet is at. There it is. So I want to work with this one a minute, and I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it over here into Fusion, and I'm going to cheat, or basically what I would call cheating. Instead of remasking this out and trying to get rid of the gaps that are in there, I think I'm going to do something else. And my initial thought was I was going to try to put things on top of the filing cabinet and hide this little area right here. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to um, basically do the same thing I've been doing and go from there. It won't take me but just a second to do this. Ah, and again, I apologize for the silence, and I apologize that you guys really can't see what's going on right now. Now, I can't do it with this because I can't rotate that. So that's got to go. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cover up this top and that area right there. And I'm 90% sure I can do what I'm wanting to do. Not 100%, because as I've stated many, many, many times with Davinci, I'm still learning it. I'm just barely scratching the surface with it, but I do get results, and I guess that's the main thing. As long as I can fiddle, mess around, I started to say something else. I'm happy with how things are going. Okay, that looks all right. Not really. I need someone to. Oh, somebody test SpeakerBot. I don't think SpeakerBot's going to work right now, but give it a shot. It's active, but my gut feeling is it is not going to work. Um, what happens if I move this straight up to here? And I'm working from two different monitors. I'm actually doing the work on one monitor, but I'm looking at the results on my other monitor, the same as you guys are. seeing. I see what you see. Even though I'm actually doing the work in Davinci, I see what you see. Okay, that's only going to go to about right there. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to cover up some of that gray I want. And that's fine. Um, I probably should have a technical difficulty um, thing for this particular version of OBS, but I don't, and I apologize for that. Now, let's go right. That didn't exactly do what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to be more like that. And then I want this point up here to be more like that as well. So that looks pretty good. That fills in that top edge with the gray background really good. Now the problem that I see is I have issues over here now, and I can't do anything, I don't think. Can I do something about that corner? Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, I can bring this all the way down there, but it's still, because of the way it's masked, it's going to still have that area. I'm going to go with that. So let's go look at it over here on this page. Yep, I see, I'm going to have to remask this to make this go away. That black line just is not going to go away. I have to remask it and then go from there. But while we're here, and how long have I been live streaming? Does anybody know? Is there a timer running somewhere? Yeah, 45 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up pretty rapidly now because that gives me a little bit of time to get this done and rendered out, uploaded, and then go from there. But to achieve my goal of 500 live streams in a year, I have to do what I'm doing right now, which is doing a live stream. So very quickly, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mask out this other panel, if you will. And if you're still here, I appreciate it. And again, I realize I probably frustrated some people, but I had to take the phone call. And I will explain that later tonight after the live stream of the normal nightly live stream. Okay, here we go. That's done. So we're going to connect the polygon to the picture. By the way, it's the same picture, the picture to there. And then we're going to, oh Jesus, I lost my viewer. What did I just did? Oh, here we go. There we go. Now I got the picture back. So now we'll go grab the merge. We'll take the picture and we'll kind of basically put it right there on that edge. Then we'll go get the polygon and we will fill it in appropriately. Oh, this is not going to work. Why is this not going to work? Really? Do you have Amex? You accept cash? I do. We've had this conversation. I do not have American Express, and nor will I ever have American Express. Now, this is interesting in that that picture ain't gonna get no better. That's good. That's good American English right there, boys and girls. Ain't gonna get. But you know what? I can fix this problem. I think I can do it one or two ways. I'm going to try what I think will be the easiest way first, and that is to control the size of the merge this way, and then see if that'll do it. And that looks like that's not going to do it because that's got to go right there. And then that point right there. Nope, that's not going to work. So we're going to not do it that way. We are going to add a transform to the picture. Because this is hard for me to do, I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing over here. I apologize. I get it. It's hard to see. I do get it. So I added a transform to my picture. I take away the polygon, then that should have gone away. We're going to reconnect the polygon. We're going to go to the transform. Oh, John, you are funny. Is this on dual viewer or single viewer? I think it's on dual. No, it's on single. Well, this is a weird one. You know what? I'm going to try something totally different. That worked out. That picture worked out beautifully for the top. I really like the way that top looks. If I come back over here, then that top looks really good, other than the mask. So I should be able to do the same thing with this one. I ought to be able to take any picture I want and put it on the side of that filing cabinet. I'm not real sure as to why it's being a pain in my butt, but it is. We're going to take the polygon that we already have. We're going to put it on the corners we want. Which is basically right there. Now I'm going to take a picture. Oh, thank you for being here, John. You have no idea. I could live stream this. This is what I do. I really enjoy doing this. And it's good when I have anyone here and they're commenting and everything else. Um, I do appreciate that. So I'm going to try this one. I'm going to connect the polygon to there, and we're going to connect this to the merge. And again, we're going to figure out what the heck is going on by taking the merge. Oh, there we go. We're getting it there. We're getting it there. See, I had to think about this a minute. Um, in fact, now this is where, to help you see what's going on and help me see what's going on, I'm going to bring it back to itself, and then I'm going to figure out the rotation, and then we're going to just bring it down and put it in its place. I know it looks terrible right now, but when I get this done and we go back to the main page, it will actually look okay. And right now it does not, and I know that. So that's got to go about right there. And it's got to be rotated about right there. Then we got to go back to the polygon itself. We got to move the polygon. Me and this mouse without borders, I tell you, I just, it's a good program when you have two monitor or two computers, but sometimes it really bites the big one. Not too bad right there. Now I actually want more of the picture of this to be shown. So can I move the picture? I think I can. I think, I think I can actually, yeah, here we go. This is what I want. I want that showing in on the side of the filing cabinet. This is what I want showing on the side of the filing cabinet. So I'm going to go figure this out. That's what I want. So now we're going to go back to the merge. We're going to move. Oh yeah, look at this, boys. Here we go. Well, we're cooking with oil. A little bit more of the Batman. Going to go back to the polygon. We're going to bring the polygon down to right there. We're going to bring this point down. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing. We're going to bring that point down to right. For now, right there. Go right there. I'm just going to go look at it on the edit page just to see what it looks like. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So, looks all right. Looks okay. My initial thing is I was going to fill the entire screen up with these type of folders and say on my thumbnail, don't be like me and have 12,000 copies of the same thing. And there's a point to that. When you see the video, you'll understand. Now, again, if I really wanted to get fancy, I can go in there and I can put anything on anything and cover anything I want and change anything I want. For the most part, this looks pretty good. I've got to go fix this corner right here because you can still see a little bit of the white, and that's easily done. We go back into Fusion. We go back to the polygon node. We grab that corner and we just simply move it down, and that looks good. Going back to the edit page to see how the overall project looks. I could store this up to where this is looks better. I could spin it. There's a lot I can do with it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and do one more quick thing, and that is I'm going to add a title. We're going to change the color of the title. We're going to go something with, I don't know, let's go blue-ish for now. And we're going to go like this. We're going to do you have and we're going to take our title and we're just going to put it up here like this for right now. We'll go size it just a little bit because I don't want to have to move those boxes at all. I mean, I could, and we'll go make the title look kind of spiffy. We're going to add a red outline to it. We'll increase the outline a little bit, make it stand out. And then we'll add a shadow to it. And the black shadow, we're going to change the color to that as well. We'll go white to see what white looks like. White doesn't look too good. We'll go green. Green on green looks terrible. We'll go red. Nah. So I know I'm changing. I know I'm going to change the green background. Joy Joseph. Hello, Joy. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm just messing around, making a thumbnail for something I'm getting ready to upload here in just a little bit. It's been about an hour, give or take the 10 or 15 minutes I was gone for my phone call. Well, that's interesting. My title just disappeared. You'll see it disappear here in a minute. Let's go with red. There it is. I think the shading, I think the red outline's a little bit too much, so we're going to bring it back down just a little bit so we can bring in the shading, the shadow effect a little bit better. There we go. You know what? Let's try one of the homies' favorite color for something, and let's go with yellow. Nope, yellow's not going to work. Go back to red. I think red for right now, and that's a little big. I think that one's going to work, but let's go over here and let's change this to yellow. Now, yellow on green, and that's just because of the background that I'm using, and the background's just a color so that I can see what it looks like. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's this is what I do pretty much. I make my own thumbnails now. Some of them turn out good, some of them don't. Again, I will reiterate what I have done, and anybody can do this. If I can do it, trust me when I tell you, you can do this because I can do it. So I took this image, was the original image. I took this image. Oh no, that's not the image. That's what's on one of the things. I took that image and I took that image. This image right here, I put over on this image right here. So now you have an idea of how this started. This is how it all started right here. It started with four. It started with four things: that, a picture, that, and that. And that all got transformed into this. These are all text nodes added. This one I still think I'm going to get rid of. I just don't like the way it looks. And that's kind of because, and it's there because I was trying to be funny about something. If I turn those off, then I don't know. I think that looks a little bit better. Yes, I could go in there and I could put pictures on this and that and that and that, just like I have over here. But I'm not going to. Again, if you look at, this is how this originally looked, all white and blue, and now it looks like that. So I have to decide on a background. On, is Jeff Ryman here? Oh no, it just says James or Jeff Ryman. Now I have to decide on a background for the whole thing, and I'm not 100% sure on what I want that to be. I'm taking suggestions. If you have something you would like to see, let me know, and I will put it in there, and I will make it work. If I go to my downloads, I don't really have anything. You know what? I could do this. Let's see how bad this looks. What if we bring this in? Nah, I do like the blue scratches, but I don't like the name. And if I shrink this down, I do like the blue background scratches, but I'm not real happy with how the name itself looks. It doesn't look right like that. You really can't make out what it's saying. So I got to decide what I want the background to be. And this is going to be, I should have maybe put the background in first and then went from there. Now, what if I did this? And this is just a speculative thought on my part. What if I took out these letters and then brought back just the blue part? Well, let's see what that's going to look like. This won't take but just a second. I can take a look at chat real quick. John says hello to Joy. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. You guys know I'm all about interaction in the chat. I really do appreciate it. And we come back over here. I don't like that. I mean, I do like the blue scratchy background. I think that looks really, really neat. I just don't like my name being not there. Now, I could probably take it in and paint over that. In fact, I know I can do that. It's just, do I want to take the time to do that? And I'm not sure. Now, I tell you what we might be able to do too, and this is just a might thing. I don't know. I'm going to make a copy of this, and I'm going to take and show you guys the copy of just my name as soon as the doggone. There we go. Um, I'm going to take the copy, and I'm going to go into the color tab. And in the color tab, I'm going to mask out my name. And then I'm going to see if I can, well, clearly that's not going to work. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if I can change the color. Apparently that's not going to work. Let's disconnect that. And let's see, what am I masking? Yeah, I'm masking just my name. So now I want to change the color of my name. I don't see my name changing color at all. I'm not sure as to why. So we're gonna kill that project. We're gonna bring that back down. Then we're gonna go back into the color tab. And then we're going to now I'm going to see if I can change the color of that. Oh, there we go. I can change that to a really cool color. Now let's go see if I can change. Now, I know I need to add a node. I'm going to add a serial node. Now I'm going to try to change the color of the K, and we're going to change it orange. See, I'm learning the color tab. Nuke and pave. No, John, no. Get that out of your mind. Man, John's solution to everything. Nuke it, pave it, start all over again. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I just don't do that. You know, if I really put my thought process into that, I could maybe, you know what? I just wonder if this eyedropper will, if the eyedropper will work. I just saw the eyedropper. I wonder if I can eyedropper this, use the qualifier. Oh, wow. Look at that. That changed everything. That's not what I wanted. I really wanted to get the blue background over the ends, over the names. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Whoosh. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to change that color to that E, though. I don't want the E to be that color. I want the E to be more blue, if I can get it to a blue. It's probably hard to change a gold to blue, I'm thinking. Um, and I don't understand color grading at all. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. That's getting there. We're not going to get it. I don't like green. Keep that right there. Oh, look at that. You know what? I could probably flip the E. No, I'm not gonna. I would flip the E. What? Have it going pointing the other way? Yeah, I can do that in about a year. Um, um, yeah, I'm cool with how this looks now. I like the fact that, I mean, I don't think I could match up the blue. That would be very out of my league. But I'm also surprised. So I'm gonna go try to change this as well. Oh, I screwed it up. That was really close to the right color of blue, the dark blue. Um, I just didn't catch it in time. Yeah, that's my goal now. Is I want to see, can I get? I don't want it green. Can I get the blue? Can I get? I don't want that. I want the. There we go. There. Now we're cooking. That might be a little much. Huh. That changed all of it, and it shouldn't have. That should have only changed the lettering that I'm working on. Wow, I had that so close. Now I got to go back and figure out what I did wrong. I have a feeling I know what I did wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. You know, if this stupid mouse without borders lets go of my what I'm trying to do one more time, there's not going to be any mouse without borders. All right. So I like the color of the green of the E, and I believe that is this node right here. I could be wrong. It's not that node. So I'm going to leave that like it is. I don't want it to be green. I want it to be blue. I'm trying to match the blues up somehow. And I want it to be purple. I don't think I can get it that dark of blue. I can get it close. So now I want to work with just the K. That looks pretty good. And the N, but I don't want the background to be that color. Let's go see what that looks like over here. And let's replace that right there with the one we just did, which is that right there. Yeah, we still have the same issues. It changed the background to green and it still has Ken in there. So that's probably not going to be what I use. And since I'm at an hour and 11 minutes, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank everyone who was here for being here. Please hit the like button if you like this. Please hit the dislike button if you dislike it. Leave me a comment in the comment section after the stream ends or put something in chat for me. I will see everyone tonight at 10 o'clock my time for the nightly Ken Stout Live with Ken Stout Live in the Zoom homie stream. Thank you so much for being here. Zoom is running if you'd like to join us on Zoom. kstout000m at gmail.com. Thank you, John. I will talk to everyone later. Have a great night, evening, afternoon, one of the two.